Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome to my first episode of Higurashi Kai. To shorten it, I guess. Welcome back, or just welcome in general. My name's Aiden. This is a weeb-centered variety channel most of the time. Um, for the new peeps, I guess I should do a mini explanation. Um, Yeah, and we've dipped our toes into anime reactions this past 2021, and it's been pretty fun. Higurashi's been like a central part of the channel almost since its creation, so now that we're done a lot of the content, we're moving on to the anime, and we're watching the second season of Kai. Um, if you want to check out the first season, it is on the channel. Every episode. Yeah, that's basically it. And there's some other anime series. And by other, I mean ID Invaded and Cheer Boys specifically. Because, like I said, we're pretty new to the anime reaction space, I guess, on YouTube. But yeah. Hello. Welcome back. Any past viewers, if you've taken a break, nice to see you. Well, yeah, whatever. um, how been I doing? Thanks for asking. I've been doing good. It's honestly like pretty. It's been a pretty good time. Having such a big buffer because I had 3 weeks basically done because of Cheer Boys, and even though I had time off, it made me want to record more because with the time off, so it's kind of a good feeling. I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up. Specifically, and I don't really want to get too far ahead in the series because just in case there is any user feedback, it'd be a little stuffed if I went all the way. But yeah, I've been having a good time. I guess like as this is uploaded, the channel will be still pretty busy since I did not finish the letter, my other series that I said I was trying to finish during the break. I've severely underestimated how far I was in the visual novel. I said I was like halfway done. I was like a quarter done. So that's going on. So like there'll probably be at least 5 or 6 videos a week in total. So busy schedule. Though there's a lot of leeway since a lot of the letter is recorded and just waiting to be uploaded. So but yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing some series for October since I was deciding whether I wanted to do it again this year, but with all the extra time, I'm like, whatever, let's just do it. We do kind of like a horror month where we don't mess up the schedule, but we have like basically every day a bonus episode on top of your regularly scheduled video is uploaded. So basically two videos a week or 2 videos a day for the whole month, with horror related stuff, mainly video games. But that's good. I think I got like half the month done, 2 series. Beat my first ever 3D horror game because the only horror games I've ever played were 2D ones, or at least like a real length game, not like a mini short game. But yeah, that was fun. I finished that yesterday. Um, but yeah, having a good time at that. Today, I guess I got my second dose of COVID, so that feels really good. And I thought it might be a good time to start recording Higurashi since my arm's probably gonna be sore for a couple of days because that's what happened when I got my first shot. I mean, I have like a slight headache, but I took the Tylenol and my arm's sore, so yeah. Since I can't really game, it's a great time for reactions. So I'm in a good mood because we're finally starting Kai. Enough about me. Um, yeah, just excitement. I thought the first season was pretty good. You know, had its flaws here and there, but overall pretty good experience, and Kai should be fun. Minaduroshi and Matsuri Bayashi are two really good arts. I would maybe say they're the two best of the answer arts, though I think I do like Mayakashi a lot. Not just in anime form too, but I think purely in visual novel form, the last two arts were my favorite, so it shall be interesting to see what they do with this. Especially the intro of Matsuri, or not Matsuri Bayashi. Though I guess it will be interesting to see how they handle the whole fragment puzzle thing and that. But from what I remember, Minaduroshi had that intro where it was like super meta, where you were like talking to a freaking god or something for like an hour. Obviously, it's not gonna be that, but kind of like theorizing about the story. I wonder if they're going to do that or just head into it. But yeah, either way, should be fun. I guess since we're starting it, I mean, we're going to be doing it every episode, but I need to remind you, you might see it in the description or whatever. This is a full-length reaction, which means there will be no footage of the episode on the screen. It will be just a timer on the bottom right, and you will sync up the episode with my video, and you will get my full reaction to the episode. Why? Because I'm lazy. I don't like editing stuff. And I don't know, I kind of like full-length reactions. I guess it depends on how invested you want to be into a reaction video, but yeah, whatever. That it is how it is. So yeah, on the count of 3, I'll say start. You'll hear a click because my keyboard's pretty loud, and then the timer will start. And then you can use the timer if you are having trouble syncing, if you need to take a break, or if you want to like skip to a certain part of the episode because you just want to watch that part. You can use the timer like that. And after the episode, we'll have a brief review / analysis. And I guess it is important to say that if you are new to this channel, I have read the Higurashi visual novel, so I do know everything that's supposed to happen. So I guess it's just kind of a different angle in the reaction, where in like the review and stuff, I'll be comparing it to the scenes in the visual novel and stuff like that. So yeah, different angle. But yeah, let's get started. I'm also watching the Blu-ray version. I honestly didn't know when I was getting it, but yeah, I don't know if that changes anything, but that's cool. So yeah, let's load up your stuff, get your episode ready, and I will start the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Oh shit! Sorry that. I'm not used to this. It's been a while. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go! Reunion. Oh, new jams? Oh, is this the meme song that I talked about before? The OG meme song? My first introduction to Higurashi before I even knew what it was. I think it is. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in Higurashi live action opening, and it's like the greatest video you'll ever see. I swear, it was so funny as a kid. I should concentrate more though. It's a good song. It's just so hard to look at it without thinking of the other song. Da 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 da. Dude, I remember it kind of. Yo. I know that outfit. Okay, okay. Give me a couple episodes of watching the opening before I give my judgment. Maybe when I'm focusing a bit more on it. Just song wise though, I think I like it a bit better than the first one in terms of listenability. Like the first one's good for an opening, but I can kind of see myself listening to this. What is this? Is this no? Yes. Is this the end of Sumi Horoboshi? That they oh, they're doing it. They're putting the hint from the end of Sumi Horoboshi. That's so weird, but cool. Old Akasaka, dude. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of talked about this, how they skipped this, but it is a pretty cool hint, so. Really? He's looking old. Also, this is different. Oishi wasn't there, so it's different. Cool, cool. I like seeing old Akasaka and Oishi. It's not something they had sprites of, so. We'll go deeper in depth for this scene, though. There's a lot of differences, I think. Akasaka doesn't have his army bodyguard guys. Hmm. Cemented upright. Yeah. It's cool they put a Wishi here. I wonder if this is gonna act like both the hint at Sumi Horoboshi and also the end of Himitsubushi. Maybe. I don't know. They never did go too deep into this in the anime version. So it's nice they're going into it now, I guess. Alien memes. It is interesting that they filled it with concrete, thinking about it now. I guess it was just for looks. The Rena theory. That's not. That's just the Takano document, not the actual, the secret file you're thinking about. I think. Guess we'll learn right now. Yeah. Oh, okay. I honestly didn't put that together before in Sumiuraboshi. I knew they mentioned file 34, but the naming thing was kind of weird, even though they touch up on it in Matsuri Bayashi. It's kind of true. I don't know if I should be saying that though. Look at those grays, bro. I mean, we'll talk about this after, but isn't like 90% of the story true? I kind of forgot the complete answer. But yes, Hanyu is an alien, which was a great meme, but kind of. I might be getting confused. Are they gonna show the sword, bro? The sword stuff is really weird. And I literally know nothing about the sacred sword thing. I don't know. This might also be different from the visual novel. I don't know though. I don't remember this part. I mean, this is fake news. But this is all just from the Takano file, right? My girl, Rena. I don't think this actually scene is like actually in the same fragment of Sumi Horoboshi. It's just another fragment that has that incident. I think. I could be trolling. This is actually like good evidence points for sure. The lawn lockdown and stuff. The geniuses. I never got that far in my thinking during my original read through, to be honest. There's some good hints about it though, to be honest. I just missed it. I can't put them together. He has the OG toppies. I wonder if I'm pretty sure like I don't know. Does Tatano Mio doesn't actually know the truth, I think. I mean she knows the truth, but not the whole freaking alien stuff, right? I think she was just memeing and finally got it right after memeing so hard. Or so many times for so many stories. Honestly, good on these guys to get this far. Almost none of it's like provable, but it's just impressive to be honest. It's like 80% close to the truth, or like 70. It's pretty nice. Okay. I mean, I didn't expect this, but that's cool. I'm guessing they're not gonna do the meta thing unless they do that next episode. Ooh, the school. Oh, what is happening? Rena? What? Why is she alive? This is new shit. Yo, this is cool. Look at adult Rena, never seen before. Surprised Rena's. Maybe because she got taken to jail. Oh, that made sense. She would survive. It's actually smart, kinda. Sleeping pills. Also, this is definitely the Sumi Horoboshi fragment. Never mind. I was confusing things with Himatsubushi's thing. Stop trying to reactivate the disease. Uh oh. Good one, Oishi. Yo, what's the old base? Oh, they're gonna show it. Okay. This is a good way to add scenes they left out. Hey, where's the other guy? They just leave him? They showed this, right? I mean, they had to. But I don't remember. What is. Bro! That was a cursed Okamura, bro. Both of his hands were in his mouth? How do you even do that? Oh, there's. No way. I mean, they did show it. Never mind. Is it over? Ending? Alright, let's see. Going for the same vibe, I see. It is nice. The instrumental is actually really nice. No, it's not the sword. It's the hoe. What is this? Tepe, my boy? Feel the feeling? Feels bad? What is it? Is that replacing the poems? That I'm down? I'm down for that? Okay. Okay. That is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. We're gonna be going over it. But if you're done, thank you. If you're just an analysis watcher, welcome. That was a good episode. Very surprising. I think it's a good intro though. Honestly, I can see them. I can see why it works well. I guess starting the series again. But I think it would also work fine ending season one with it. But I guess the natural ending of Sumi Horoboshi actually is a nice place to cut off. Just as a both in the visual novel and the anime, they kind of cut off with a little bam, a little pizzazz. So yeah. Okay, lots of stuff to talk about. I guess first off, opening. It didn't focus too hard on it just because I was thinking of the meme. I'll definitely give it a better listen next time. They show Hanyu right away. I mean, they showed her at the end, so which is fine because Hanyu's literally gonna be in the next episode. I was about to say in the ending, like, why they show Hanyu, but I forgot she actually comes in Higurashi. I don't know how I forgot that, but visual wise, I mean, I like it. I like the opening. It definitely has a more easy to listen to and more catchy song compared to the first one. I think. Again, just from listenability, like the first one has a good opening sound, but like if I ever wanted to like create a playlist of like Japanese, I don't know, anime music openings and endings, I don't think I would put the first opening. If I'm just listening to it, because I don't think it's as good without the visuals and the whole mood of an opening. But I feel like this song is maybe something I would consider. It's still kind of a different vibe, but it's good. I like it. I like the visuals. Torture chamber. The black uniform Takano and tiny Takano. The best side character arc. Okay, anyways, going into the episode. So they start off, a big surprise. They're doing the Sumi Horobosho Sumihoro Boshi hint instead of starting with the meta discussion. Now they still could do the meta discussion, but I feel like this is just kind of like a placeholder because the meta discussion's really awkward to do in an anime because I don't, if you haven't seen it in the visual novel, it's basically like it's you're like in this empty space and you're talking to this disembodied voice that I think supposed to be like, I don't know if it's supposed to be Burncastle, but you might not even know what that is, or like some sort of god who's been watching Rika, and you kind of just discuss what's happening in the mystery and how do we solve this. You know, there's some rules to the mystery, like, you know, Takino and Oishi always somehow drive the people crazy. Only certain people go crazy, stuff like that. But I feel like in the same way, this also kind of helps, at least helps you theorize about the series or the mysteries. In kind of a similar way, this one's less open for you to interpret. But it kind of has the same goal. So I think there's a good chance they're just gonna skip that part just because it's awkward. And this is a nice placeholder because they also introduced some stuff that they cut from Sumi Horoboshi, and they added a lot of stuff to make it pretty fresh. So cool. And that's art style. I don't know. I don't know the difference because all the characters purposely look different. I just will have to see once we see the main cast again. But yeah, okay, so this is set up that it's definitely different than the original hint. I believe in the original hint, Akasaka came with like 3 other guys who were all in either in the SDF or like in the army or something, and they had like real gear, like gas masks and testers and stuff. And Oishi was supposed to come, but he couldn't because he was busy. And it's basically like Akasaka he was talking about his theories and stuff to this younger gentleman. He still did the talk about the file 34, about the UFO stuff, talked about Rena, but it was all, I believe they all just did it at like one point. I don't think they were actually like visiting places and stuff. So I mean this is definitely better than the hint. Also, you know, not it's literally not the hint's fault, but I think the translation patch I did with the hint, I just have memories of me getting annoyed because there's a lot of like weird timing errors and stuff. So I never, even though it's a good hint, I didn't really have too fond memories of it. So, but in my books, this is doing pretty good. So I think Oishi just kind of took the role of one of the soldiers. He didn't, besides his little interrogation later, he didn't really like change it too much. It's nice to see old man Oishi though. So yeah, they go over all this stuff, which is gonna be pretty foreign to anime only viewers, but you would know at least like some of this stuff in the visual novel just because of Totoro. They had a whole hint at the end where Keiichi wakes up after being pushed off a bridge and kind of wanders around this poison infected Hinamizawa, and then he gets basically told what happened via radio later. So you would know about what this is, but I feel like there might be a chance for anime only viewers not to know what this is. They do mention it like once in Himitsubushi, but they don't go into too much, or not Himitsubushi, Totoroshi, in like a little news thing, but they don't talk about it too much. I guess a cool fact is I didn't really put together the Takano Mio, and that's why they called it file number 34. You know, when they said file number, you kind of just think of that important numbered file thing in in the story. I actually forgot what it's called. I think it's like execution something something. I mean, we'll get to it when it's relevant, but yeah, I know they explained Mio's name and why it was 3-4, but naming stuff in a different languages, especially Japan, which is a little different in its naming, how stuff is named or how it comes together, I guess. Made me not understand it when it was brought up, so new fact for me, I guess. Cool. And then I liked how they went through the town, talking about their theories. And again, I mean, I guess I didn't say spoiler in the beginning of the episode, but I did mention I read the visual novel, so there is spoilers that you potentially might not know because they might not cover it in the anime. But like a lot of what they said is kind of right. It's kind of a meme, but yes, I do believe Hanyu is an alien that crash landed into the swamp and infected people with a parasite, and she did help him. Like that's all right, I believe. It's kind of weird. Like I don't really understand Hanyu's like spirit form and stuff, but it's not like they went into it too much. Obviously they're around about the bioterrorism stuff, but it's always funny. Just like how right Rena was. And I guess it kind of forms the same feeling for anime viewers where you're like, you just had this finale with Rena being convinced that she's being crazy, and then you just realize Rena was like super right about a lot of this stuff, which is funny. I kind of mentioned it in the episode. I'm kind of wondering how much Mio like knew while writing this story. Like my opinion is that because she wrote just a bunch of stuff about Hinamizawa lore, and I think she just kind of hit the bullseye by accident. Because I don't think she knows about the alien stuff, so I guess it's good on her for accidentally reaching kind of the truth. Yeah. Then we get to probably the coolest part, adult Rena. It's kind of insane. We've never seen adult Rena ever in the visual novel. And I did mention it does make sense she would survive the disaster because she went to jail, right, in Okinomiya. So she wasn't there when the whole disaster happened. So it's actually like pretty logical, which is cool. It's a very nice touch on how they did it. And she looked good. I mean, come on. Telling me I'm not going to use a thumbnail for the video's adult Rena. First time ever. But yeah, that was a cool scene. I was gonna say in the episode, but I kind of held my tongue. Like, is she actually cured from the disease? And maybe. I guess they never did properly develop the cure because they had to wipe everything out. So, but yeah, cool stuff with Rena. Cool scene. I don't really have much more to say about the scene though, even though I want to, but I can't think of anything. It's just a nice touch. Very, when you think of like anime and what you want to see, like anime only original stuff, changing the story in a good way, or at least making it maybe not better, but different without ruining it, and it's a great touch. Gotta give them credit for that. And then they reference the Rika confronting Rena in Sumi Horoboshi, which is something I mentioned in my previous reaction series or review of the first season, saying that cutting that scene is a little big for me, but I don't know if it was planned for this, because this was approved after, right? If it wasn't, then I think I think they did a very nice job taking some of the stuff they left behind and making a nice substitute episode for the meta thing that was supposed to be the introduction of the art. Because it is a good scene. Um, Obviously, it's not as informative as the visual novel scene because it's like a minute long, but I'm definitely satisfied with it. Making Rita look creepy. Which, again, maybe might be too late because Rita's literally gonna be the protagonist starting next episode. Because when they showed this, it was more like 2/3 into the arc. And I mean, I guess you already have like a suspicion of Rita, so maybe it doesn't matter. Never mind. Maybe my point is moot. Then they brought up the Rita asking Atasato, well, telling Atasato she would be killed. I think they did that in the Himitsubushi. Though for some reason in my memory, I'm remembering them not doing the epic monologue with Rita talking about it to Atasato. But I actually could be wrong. I don't actually fully remember. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut it because Sumi Horoboshi just got so gutted in the last series. Or not Sumi Horoboshi, Himitsubushi. My bad. But yeah, they showed that. Showing the Rita death scene kind of. Which they already showed in the other one. Even though I'm like, oh, they showed it. But then I remembered, no, they actually did a really good job of showing it in the last series. One of those few good points of their adaptation of Himitsubushi. Dude, I accidentally, that's a nice, that's I'm just saying 2145 on your video. It's a good thumbnail to save for the future. not I mean, you gotta use Ado Rena, but look at that cursed what's his name? I forgot. Okasu? Whatever. Man has freaking white eyes, giant mouth, and just 2 hands in his mouth. How do you do that, bro? I can't do it. Freaking Satoko hoing in the background. But that was cool. Good stuff. I'm happy. Good job. It's definitely like, I guess just compared to the intro of the last season, which is a little unfair because that was just normal on Takashi, kind of, and you weren't used to the pacing, but I'm happy. Ending song, it's a good ending song. I'm not gonna deny that. And then the other ending song kind of had a high bar, so I'll definitely need a couple episodes for this to sink in. That's the visual not visual novel. The visuals to the ending was pretty sweet. You know, I like the Shion and Satoko hugging scene. That was cute. And instead of poems, we got sort of like an advice corner with Hanyu and Rita, which is hilarious. Kind of, the Rita drawing kind of reminded me of I don't know what they're called, but in like Fate, you know, those meme versions of the characters. They kind of had that in like the Fate visual novel, like Ilya's dojo. Though they didn't, yeah. Kind of reminded me of that same vibe. Maybe I'm just thinking of that because I saw Type Moon in the credits again, which I still don't know why they're being credited, unless they actually do have something to do with this. But yeah, cute version. I mean, I like the poems. After I got used to them, I'm like, oh, I understand this poem because it's kind of relevant to the next episode. And sometimes I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. But this is funny, giving advice to Hinamizawans, you know, Tepe, best uncle, losing hair. It's unlucky. The one thing you can sympathize with Tepe, bro, hair loss. It stripes everywhere. But no, I think that's all I got. Good stuff. Let's see them keep it up. I'm interested in how they do this. I honestly thought this was like just it, but I think there's like more Higurashi. I don't know. I kind of looked it up, but I didn't. So But I mean, they have 24 episodes. I don't. Are they gonna just spend it all on the two arcs, or are they gonna be like meme stuff there that I was thinking of? Because that just might be like a whole nother season. I have no idea. But that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this premiere episode. Um, Again, maybe I should have mentioned it in the intro. The schedule is the same. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, sometimes Saturdays. Honestly, it's like sometimes Mondays or sometimes Saturdays. um, at 12 p.m. EST. So look out for that. You know, the easiest way is to just subscribe and maybe like or comment, please, please. No, sometimes you gotta do that. Don't worry, I also feel dirty for trying. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. See you next time with actually starting Minadoroshi, I guess. But yeah, until then, bye bye.